Hey you guys, it's Anne Marie. Happy What It Do Wednesday. Boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka. Okay, we'll stop. I hope everybody's having a great week. Excuse me. I'm going to do another video, but I wanted to share something real quick. Maybe through my story, you could be more mindful of these things too. But I'm sure a lot of people are already aware of this stuff, so but I have lived experience. I saw an Instagram video today, and this guy and his girlfriend were in Walmart parking lot, and they saw like a $20 bill folded over on the ground. And his girlfriend was getting ready to pick it up. He said, "Don't pick it up. You know, we've all heard about that. Be careful of stuff on your door handle. Hell, anyone who's ever watched me, I use whatever I'm wearing to pull my door handle. I barely touch door handles when it comes to my car because stuff has been put on there. But anyway." And so he used his shoes, whether it was a setup or not. These things had happened, and we've seen reports in the news about this happening all the time. But he used his shoes, and he opened up like this $20 bill, and there was this white substance in it. And so it was just a cautionary tale for people. Like, if you see money laying around, be very careful picking it up, because a lot of people do that to set people up so they could kidnap them or do whatever they need to do to them, right? To drug them. And so it reminded me of, and I did a video about it, like when I left Walmart that day, because I was so shook up. So anyway, and of course, when I tried to go to get help about it, I was kind of blown off. But anyway, so I was at Walmart, and usually, well, I used to when I first go into this Walmart, and I didn't like going to this Walmart because of the same area of some of the people I walked away from who are very dark people. Let's just say that. But it was closer to my house that I was living at the time, my apartment. And so I went into this Walmart, and it was not late in the evening, but it was like late afternoon, early evening. And I always hit the clearance aisle, like, because this Walmart had the best clearance aisle. I used to get all kinds of shit there. So I was going down this clearance aisle, and thanks to my trauma and my intuition and all those amazing things, I can pick up on all kinds of weird shit all the time. This happens everywhere I go. And so I noticed this guy was coming down the aisle, which is nothing new, but something, I knew something was up. Let's just say that, because it was like, he wasn't really, you look at something, you can tell they're really not looking at something. They're really not interested. They're just kind of like playing off like they're, like they're looking at something or whatever it is they're doing, right? And so I'm looking at something, and he was like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" And it was this Hispanic gentleman. He was probably 5'5", 5'6". Looked like he just got off work, but I noticed his eyes were real glassy. He was sweating. Now, he obviously could have been under the influence, but he was very nervous. And so he was hitting on me. And I told myself, I'm not, interested in looking, for a boyfriend. I don't want a man. And, I'm not interested in getting to know anybody, really. And the truth of the matter is, unless you're my divine counterpart, I ain't got no time for you. That's just how it is now for me. And I'll know when that happens. And so anyway, he was like, "Oh, my name is," and he went to shake my hand. And I knew, I just wanted to get out of the situation because I was feeling really uncomfortable, because every time I moved a few inches, he would move a few inches. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I knew as soon as I shook his hand, I shouldn't have. And I shook his hand. I was like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Anne Marie." I was like, "Have a great day." And I go, and so I was like, fuck the clearance aisle. And so I go around to the next aisle to go back up to kind of cut through the clothes area so I could get over to the grocery. And when I tell you, as soon as I went back up that aisle and hit the clothing aisle, I thought I was going to pass out. I started to feel real groggy and real dizzy, like I was going to fall on my ass. It was the most strangest experiences I've ever had. Of poisoning, I should say, because it's happened a couple times. And mainly it's been in my food and drink, though. But anyway, and I knew I wouldn't be able to make it over to the customer service, because I was like, what the fuck? I was just feeling really, if you've ever been drugged before, you know what that feeling is right before you're about to beat out, right? And so I just sat there and stopped, and I put my hands on the cart and held it real tight, and I just started praying. I prayed. I called every fucking ancestor. I called the good ones, the bad ones. I called them all. I called all the archangels that have been guiding me. I called onto the divine light and spirit to remove this, because I knew what was happening. And up until that point, a couple of weeks prior is when I did a video of someone was following me in the woods that tried to attack me in the woods. That's why I started doing videos too, to prove this about the gang stalking and people following me, because it used to be really bad. And so And all of a sudden, it's like as soon as I opened my eyes, it disappeared. And I noticed the guy, right? And when he seen me looking at him, he must have known because I seen the devil. I seen the devil. They didn't get me, and then I was fine. And so, because immediately after I shook his hand, like I started rubbing my pants, you know what I'm saying? Because something told me, and then I almost passed the fuck out. And so, I don't know the point of that, but it was just to. And I thought I was crazy for the longest time, and I totally forgot about that memory until I saw the guy on Instagram talking about those substances. And so I just want to, because I kept trying to do video with card readings, I kept getting this message just to share that with people, to be very mindful. If you've someone, and even if you haven't been someone who has been gang stalked, you know, people have been trying to hurt you or take you out or whatever it is, to be just another cautionary, to be mindful of not taking no food or drink from anybody. I don't care if it's your family. Usually it's the people closest to you that try to take you out. Trust me. And so this is a cautionary tale about being very mindful of the food you eat, what you drink. I don't even care. I don't care what it is. Even people. That's when I stopped shaking people's hands. And I don't even really give people hugs anymore. It takes a lot for me to even give anybody a hug. And I used to be the biggest hugger, but I also know how energy transfers too. And so, just wanted to give people a reminder to be aware of your surroundings at all times, and especially if you're someone who's been on this path that have experienced a lot of these things that I briefly have mentioned. We know it's real, we know it happens, and you're not alone. There's a lot of us that this happens to, especially if you've been someone like me who has been intensely gang stalked, who has lost jobs, housing, I lost all kinds of things because of these people that have, wanted to take me out for many different reasons. So anyway, I hope everybody is healthy and happy and full of joy. I truly do. Be careful. We know that we're protected, obviously. We've survived it this far, right? May you love and be loved. Heal, you guys. Don't harm. Have a great day.